Today I'll be reviewing the Aote S8204A network video recorder that I purchased on eBay. It goes for around $120. And it looks from the outside to appear generic. There is no brand name on the outside of the unit, but it does have a brand name. So taking a look at the stock photo showing the front and back, it does have touch sensitive buttons on the front and many indicator lights right there, and then on the back you can see all the ports. Toward the left side they have a bunch of alarm inputs right there. You can send multiple alarm inputs. And they have the video output. It is a BNC connector for composite video, standard RCA, audio out, probably mono, and then we have VGA and HDMI, and the audio input also RCA. Then there's the all-important Ethernet port. It goes up to 100 megabits per second, and you need to connect it to a router or a switch in order to access all the cameras, because this is a network video recorder. Then you have two USBs on the back for keyboard or mouse, or for plugging in a backup flash drive. There's also one USB port on the side of the device near the front. They have the RS485 serial connection, and then you have the power input and the power switch. Let's now take a look at some of the basic functions of the NVR as seen in the user manual, distributed as a PDF on the CD that was included with the NVR. There's a look at some of the recording modes in the setup. You have a general recording, always on. You have motion detect and recording by alarm and by event. As you can see, you can put it to a 24-hour schedule all 7 days of the week, depending on what your recording needs may be. The backup function is the only way you can save video files that you want to keep indefinitely, and you have to export them to another storage device like a USB plug-in flash drive. You can select what video you want to save based on time in another pop-up dialog after you select the storage device. And you should also note that there is no way to delete files from the hard drive or even save them onto the same hard drive if you want to mark a file to save indefinitely. It is very, very basic software. Moving on, we have the alarm functions. First up is motion detect. You have a bunch of options. You can send an email or have the buzzer buzz or FTP upload if there's motion. You have a bunch of settings. You can activate the PTZ camera, and you can schedule it based on time and all that stuff. For the motion detect sensor area, you go ahead and click on it. It makes the camera full screen, and then you can select which areas you want to be motion activated with the yellow blocks, and right there you can select the period that you want it active. And then there's just a bunch of descriptions for all the options. On motion detect PTZ activation, you can have it tour a preset area, send email, or show a pop-up dialog in the NVR whenever you have motion. Now here's a look at some of the general settings. You can set the date and time, 24-hour time, specify the date format, set your time zone, the language, the screen resolution. It goes up to 1920 by 1080, which is 1080p. You can set the device ID and change the video standard from NTSC to PAL. And you can set the auto logout from 0 to 60 minutes. It's not very helpful though. After the latest firmware update, you have to be logged in to even see the camera, so I wouldn't recommend using the auto logout. In the network setup, you can set up all for the network. You can view the ports that you need to open on your router, and this NVR does come with peer-to-peer software and peer-to-peer capabilities. You can view your live cameras and recordings from a web browser or from a smartphone via a mobile app. You can use one of the many mobile apps. The one they recommend here is called Smart Mobile Eye, Smart MI. You can use that one, and you can check the settings to configure it and all that. In the PTZ setup, you can change the settings so that way you can specify the protocol or the baud rate, all the stuff you need, so that way the PTZ function on the NVR will work with your PTZ camera. The capabilities of this NVR are very basic, and the software is very low quality, but nowhere is that more apparent than in the actual views of the cameras that is shown on the screen most of the time. You only have the option of doing one camera full screen or 4 or 9 cameras tiled equally. It does have a picture-in-picture functionality, but it is not very good. It puts a tiny square that is non-resizable, and you can just move it around and change the camera in that square, but it's not even the 16:9 aspect ratio, so everything looks all squished. And for the picture-in-picture functionality, here's the demonstration of what it looks like. It's only useful for just displaying one channel and zooming to multiple areas within that channel, which is pretty useless because it's not that complicated or difficult to change the layout to display one main channel while having up to 7 smaller channels on the side. As you may have noticed in this video, I have not shown any actual footage of the NVR itself because it locked me out. Whenever I changed the password, I forgot it and I couldn't get back in. I looked through the manual to see how to reset the password. I tried the steps, but nothing happened. It would not let me log in. You see right there are the reset instructions. It says there, if the password is wrong 10 times, the account will be locked, and then after a reboot or waiting 30 minutes, it should be unlocked automatically. You could see in the video clip that I am entering the password wrong many times. I just cut out all the attempts over 10 times and it still will not let me log in. I flip the switch manually on the back of the NVR, and then after it boots up again, you will see right here I go into the account settings and try to log in again, but it still says invalid password. Technical support from the company is pretty much non-existent. At their main website, it doesn't look like it has been updated since 2012. They have the old product lines and everything, and most of the pages are still blank. You can see there's nothing under the warranty or under many of the other pages over there. And the FAQ page has only one topic, but the link doesn't even work for that. On the other website that they have just for the IP cameras, it looks more up to date, but the company might have gone under recently. They seem to have stopped communicating back in May of 2015, and they're not responding to their email, the contact form there, or phone. Coming up right here will be a Skype call to the sales manager's mobile phone.
The phone you are calling is powered off.
您好，您拨打的电话已关机。
The phone you are calling is powered off.
The next call will be to their office number. Both calls were placed around the middle of the day in Chinese time.
对不起，您拨打的用户已关机。对唔住，你撥打嘅用户已關機。Sorry, the subscriber you dialed is power off. Sorry, the subscriber you dialed is power off.
Overall, due to the lackluster and missing features in the software of this product, I cannot recommend this NVR to anyone, especially when the company seems to be going out of business. However, since this is a review, I have to give it a numerical score. I would rate this product a 4 out of 10 or 2 out of 5 stars because it does everything it promises. It does do basic recording and viewing of the cameras. However, it is missing fundamental features that are present on PC surveillance software, such as deleting recordings, more advanced features, and different camera layouts. So that will conclude the full review of the Aote S8204A network video recorder. Thanks for watching, and please comment down below stating what type of videos you would like to see on the channel.